Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. I am joined by a local art teacher, Kayla Weber. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And you're going to be painting live right now on the air.
I am.
Now, first of all, let's talk about your background a little bit. You're a local teacher here in town. Where do you teach at?
I teach at Southern Elementary.
Oh, okay. And how did you get into doing painting live? And kind of explain what that is, too.
I just started doing live paintings back in September. I did my first wedding. I did a really crazy retirement at the Singletary Center, a big kind of music performance. I was up on stage with the orchestra. So I just kind of started doing it now. I think it's pretty fun. You know, it's a really cool thing to add to an event and just kind of get me out of my studio and meeting people and showing them my art.
Well, that's fantastic. So you're going to be painting right now then.
You're
going to go ahead and get started. Okay, and I'm going to ask you some questions as you're doing this too. How did you get your inspiration to do your paintings? How do you get inspired?
Well, I've always lived in Kentucky. I grew up here, and I've always loved Keeneland and you know, the horse farms and all the beautiful areas around here. So just kind of driving around and seeing how beautiful Kentucky is. People love the state, and I just thought, why not you know, start painting things that kind of showcase Kentucky and the beauty of the bluegrass.
That's, I mean, seriously, Kentucky is very beautiful, and we're very blessed to have the surroundings that we have here in Lexington and the surrounding areas. Now, what are some of your favorite things to paint?
Definitely the kind of Kentucky landscapes. I do a lot of horse racing paintings, some jockey stuff. I do commissions also, so like people's houses, dogs, things like that. Gotcha, gotcha. But this would definitely be my favorite.
Yes, and you have, and I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but it looks like it's going to be a horse, some horses. You got the barn in the background with some trees, so this will be very pretty. And you're going to do this through the entire show, right? Like,
yes.
Like
so
we're going to come back to you at the end of the show.
A lot of it done. But
That's awesome. Now, what kind of medium do you like to work in?
This is acrylic. I do a lot of this just because it dries faster. I can really, I feel like, work quicker and produce more artwork. Since I'm a teacher also, I have to kind of work fast and get things done quickly. For a lot of my house paintings and stuff like that, I use watercolor just because it works better for that.
Gotcha. And where can people actually see your artwork and or purchase your artwork as well?
I have a lot of prints right now on my website, which is just KaylaWeberArt.com. I'm going to have a solo show at the Bodley Bullock House for the gallery hop coming up in March 16th. And then I'll just do random series sometimes of different Kentucky paintings or abstracts or things like that. So
now, what kind of events do you do live? What are some examples, and what has been your favorite ones to do?
I really like the weddings because it's not so much pressure. I get a little bit of time to kind of paint and people walk by and kind of talk to me and ask me to paint them in.
I mean, it would be nerve-wracking. I mean, really, doing this live, I can't even, I mean, not that I can paint. I mean, mine would look like a stick person, you know.
It's kind of good. I like the pressure because then I like paint really fast and I try and get it done to make it, look really good and everything. So it gives me, a good push to really work hard.
Yes. So you got weddings, and then what? You did the retirement party? Is that right?
Yeah, it was for Dr. Karp at the UK hospital. Gotcha. It was his retirement, so I was up on stage with the orchestra, and that was really scary. But mostly weddings and smaller events like that. So,
gotcha. Yeah. And do you have any upcoming art shows?
I do. The one in the gallery hop, and I'm going to have some artwork actually in North Lime, the donut shop. But mostly, just online is where I sell everything. I do releases of globes and the Kentucky themed things and stuff like that.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We have your contact information too for anyone who would like to get a hold of you, might want to do a live event. She would definitely be one to contact, and we will check back right after this with Kayla. But first, we want to if you want to find out what films dominated the box office, keep it right here. And also, Dennis Rodman was arrested for DUI. Imagine that. More details following, coming up on What's Popping.